The big contingent of Romanian fans here tonight. It's our second visit to Chicago this year, and if this goes anything like the one we had back in February, we're in for a fantastic evening alongside Joseph Valtellini. My name is Todd Grisham, and Joe, I know you always love coming back here to Chicago.
You can't help but love Chicago. It's just such a great atmosphere here. You have the Romanian community, you have the Polish community, you have all the Americans here, and even Canadians representing Rob Thomas.
Yes, that's right. Several fantastic bouts, as I mentioned, as we look at the card right now. 6 in all. Our Super Bantamweight Championship is obviously the main event, but the fight you're most looking forward to, I'm sure, Joe, is that middleweight tilt between Thompson and Thomas.
Yeah, Rob Thomas trains at Bazooka Kickboxing, so I got to train him for this fight, so I'll have a lot of good insight for the people watching. But we know how tough of a challenge Warren Thompson is. He's down at middleweight, he's stronger than ever, he's more technical than ever, and he's coming to take Rob's shine.
So if Rob Thomas does not look good tonight, you can blame the guy to my left who trains him. Dustin Jacoby back in glory after a 10-month absence for breaking his arm against Simon Marcus. What do you expect from him tonight against Sean Choice?
Well, for Jacoby, it's what is that break of the arm playing in with his mind? Is it going to keep him hesitant, or is he going to be his normal self of coming forward, really using his boxing? But he's in against a tough Sean Choice who has really nothing to lose.
Sean Choice, a full-time chemist. He's a brilliant man, and he says he has a strategy to topple Dustin Jacoby tonight. As for Jacoby, he trains out of Colorado, says he's 100%, Joe, but obviously mentally you've got to wonder a little bit.
Well, I'm sure the first few kicks he might be a little bit hesitant, but adrenaline is a great drug that I'm sure he won't feel anything till the next day.
As you can imagine, Dustin Jacoby is excited to be back in the glory ring tonight.
Feel like a caged animal, just ready to go. I'm so excited, and I love to compete. In my last 5 or 6 fights, I've really felt comfortable. You know, there hasn't been nerves. It's more of a sense of comfortability, and I want to get in there and just kind of show off and show the world what we do every day, you know, and why we train so hard. And, you know, training really is the hard part. Fight nights are fun, you know, and anymore I'm so just relaxed and excited to go out there and put on a show.
So many great fighters on tonight's card, but none will get a bigger reception, I'm sure, than heavyweight Catalin Morisano, and for good reason. This guy is a killer, Joe.
Yeah, he only has one style, and it's no surprise how he's going to come out. He's going to come out with a lot of aggression, really looking for that knockout finish, but he's got a really tough fight against Terninski, who's going to try to keep him away, and he's very dangerous because he's a good counter-attacker. He's not going to let Morisano come in and try to get those power punches on him.
As for Morisano, as usual, he's smaller, shorter. He's always at a disadvantage, but that doesn't seem to bother him. He usually comes on top.
No, he actually likes fighting heavyweights because he wants to be that small guy, really taking out those giants. And you saw it here in his last fight at Glory 38 Chicago, where he was able to knock out Maurice Green, and you can just see how he fights. He throws everything behind his punches, and here he even threw that punch and ended up on the canvas himself.
Morisano has promised another highlight reel knockout tonight. We'll see if he can get it. As for our main event, it's the return of Tiffany Van Soo. She defends her title for the first time since winning it back in December, and she's got a tough test.
Yeah, Ursulu is a veteran in the sport. She's fought all the top names, so she's really prepared. But Tiffany right now is at a different level, and I'm excited for this matchup.
Let's hear now from Tiffany Van Soo. She's backstage with the third member of our broadcast team, Whitney Miller.
Thanks, Todd. Tiffany defends her belt for the very first time tonight, and you told me that you feel as though you're only a true champion after you defend your belt. What does this fight mean to you?
This fight means, you know, like you just said, I'm here to prove that I am the champion, you know. It's one thing to win the title, but it's another thing to defend it and prove that it's yours and you're the champion, you're here to stay. So that's what I'm here to do tonight.
And your opponent's very experienced, but you were actually preparing for a different opponent and bringing in different sparring partners and different coaches. How does this affect you, if at all?
It doesn't affect me. You know, I'm ready for anything. Anything can happen in the ring, anything can happen in the fight game. You know, it's not the first time that a fight has changed the week before, and it won't be the last. So as long as I stay relaxed and open-minded and stick to the game plan, then, you know, I feel like I'm going to be successful.
And I have to ask, you said you're tired of winning fights by decision, so paint the picture for us. How do you win tonight?
It's going to be something beautiful. It's going to be something special. I think tonight's going to be the performance of a lifetime.
Thank you so much.
Glory Sports International, the world's premier kickboxing organization, makes a 2017 return to America's heartland and the city of Chicago for the Glory Superfight Series. It also marks the return of a Romanian brawler and a bantamweight pint-sized powerhouse. All of our bouts tonight sanctioned under the supervision of the Illinois State Athletic Commission. Their acting director, Nancy Ilg, and their executive manager, Joe Camposano, are with us ringside. For those of you with us inside Sears Center here in Chicago, Illinois, are you ready for glory? We begin in the featherweight division and about scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. He's fresh off his participation in the Road to Glory tournament in the United Kingdom. Here is Adrian Maxim.
Adrian Maxim making his Glory debut, but this is a very experienced kickboxer, Joe.
Yeah, he does have a lot of experience. He's got a lot of fights, and he brings a lot of power in the ring. He's what you would call more that traditional Dutch style, where he really likes to get in, stand his ground, and really use his boxing and his low kicks.
As you can see, a lot of knockouts. Of his 28 victories, 17 are by KO.
This man made his Glory debut earlier this year in Los Angeles at Glory 37. Here is Victor Leo Pinto.
Victor Pinto, who prefers to be called Leo, had a spectacular knockout in his first fight. Unfortunately, he was on the receiving end of it, Joe. A brutal kick to the liver from Giga Chikadze, but he's bound to change his strategy tonight so that doesn't happen again.
Well, Pinto is a Muay Thai fighter, and he was, in that fight, he said he was trying to change his style to be a little bit more like kickboxing, but he says in this fight he was going to stick to more of his Muay Thai roots.
Here is the tail of the tape for this, our opening contest in the featherweight division, 143 pounds. Leo Pinto, 5 foot 8 inches tall. That's a 2-inch height advantage over Maxim. He also has a 4.5-inch reach advantage over the Romanian.
And this fight's going to be about the Muay Thai of Pinto versus the kickboxing of Maxim, but look at Pinto's 100 professional fights at only 24 years old, so that's got to play in his favor.
Here are the Glory rules. There are 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. You got no time to waste. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. 3 knockdowns in a round or 4 in the fight will result in a TKO.
Tonight in Chicago, 3 judges will be scoring the bout using the 10-point must system. Scoring is based on knockdowns, damage, clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques. Finally, if there's no clear advantage, judges are looking at aggressiveness.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He's a former champion ready to make his Glory debut here in Chicago tonight. His professional record, 28 wins with 8 losses, 17 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, 1.68 meters, and weighed in at 142.5 pounds, 64.7 kilos. He fights tonight out of Romania by way of the UK. Here is Adrian Maxim. Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a WMC World Muay Thai Grand Prix champion. His professional record, 73 wins, 27 losses, and 23 career knockouts. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, 1.73 meters. He too weighed in at fight time at 142.5 pounds, 64.7 kilos. He's here tonight in Illinois, fighting out of France by way of Bangkok, Thailand. Here is Victor Leo Pinto. And the third man inside the glory ropes, your referee is Oscar Martinez.
Come on over. Victor, come on over. All right, gentlemen, you've had your final instructions. I want a clean, fair fight. Obey my commands at all times. Fighter, do you understand? Fighter, do you understand? Back to your corner, gentlemen.